What's this massive thing? That the glue?
Do you think that's going to go everywhere? I've got to try
You've
forking
done a
it.
proper little supermarket sweep for this.
Aldi or Lidl,
well,
whatever, like honestly, saw me coming and thought, Christ alive,
Go on,
she's about to put on some weight.
Get your tooth on there.
I'm actually buzzing that you're here right now because there's a few things I thought we could do today, like going to the stables or the farm, probably would have represented you a little bit more, but selfishly, at 24, I thought it would be a great time for me to lose my gingerbread housemaking virginity, and there was no one I'd rather do it with.
Than me?
Than you.
Oh, I like that. I like being quite creative. You know me, you probably don't think I'm creative, but I actually am.
As I said, I don't think I've seen you do anything creative.
Have you not? Not even on the golf course? Like,
oh, absolutely not. You want to call it creative.
No, but this is what I quite like. This is almost an IKEA package. It's flat packed.
Yeah,
I actually thought when you said, oh, we're going to be doing gingerbread making houses, I thought they'd be constructed.
No. So basically, I'm going to set a timer so that we have a little time limit, and it's going to be a competition.
Yeah.
So
can I just say quickly?
Yeah.
I am up there with the worst multitaskers, right? So when I'm doing something, I really struggle to listen. Like, I'll be listening to you, but I might stop making my gingerbread for a second. I cannot do both. I reckon
we're both in the same boat here.
I've lost friendships from being multitaskable.
What?
No, I've fallen out with people where they're like, God, they've left, like I've been sat there in my house and I'm doing something. They're talking and said, look, I can't have a conversation with you.
Is that because you're on your phone and you act like you're not talking to them though?
Yeah, but I just genuinely can't do both. Like utmost respect.
Do you know what that is?
It's
actually, it's selective hearing. Yeah, I have it too. It's a proper disease.
Right.
Anyway, so I'm going to set the timer.
It's a disease.
It is a disease.
I love smells. Like, I love smelling things.
Well, if you waste all your time smelling things...
No, I'm just saying, like...
You're going to be really behind.
What do you think that smells like?
I don't know, it doesn't smell of anything. I've also got a cold, so like, it doesn't really
I don't want you to peek over and look
equally,
at one because
mine's a surprise.
If we're going to do this, we're going to do it properly, right? So don't start like just taking ideas from me. I've got a couple of things.
I've already thought about my idea, have you not?
Yeah, I've got a screenshot on my phone of what I want to recreate, so I might have to look at it in a minute.
Wow.
Only the roof.
I'm thinking you're going to go for like a football themed or something.
No, I was going to go red and white for Sunderland, but...
That's what I thought.
Yeah, but what's that bit there?
Is that the...
No, that's the roof slats.
No, that's the side.
That's the roof.
No, that's the side. The roof is this one.
Oh, no, it does. No, you're right. No. You're right, because the roof overlaps. It does. It's gingerbread rules. The roof overlaps. It's like guttering. It overlaps. Trust me, it's gingerbread rules. Gingerbread rules. This is like my ideal Friday afternoon. No, genuinely. This is fun.
As much fun as I think this whole situation is going to be, obviously it's also a great ploy for me to kind of lock you down for some time.
I know.
I've known you for like 5 years, and there's so many questions I haven't asked you.
You can put a gun to my head now. And
basically,
just ask me
yeah. And I need to have some sort of order because you've done quite a lot in those, 6 years since you came off Love Island, isn't it?
It's been 6 now.
Yeah, over 6.
I know, how quickly has that gone, by the way?
Yeah, it's crazy. So I'm going to start with the first time I ever saw you on the telly.
On the box.
Can you share, by the way?
Oh, they're not. Are they share?
These are sharing ones.
Are you sure?
Yeah, absolutely sure. No, don't look. There's no others about. This is it. These are sharing. You've got your own box of these. You can dive into some more of these.
Is this icing?
Yeah.
Okay. Right, go on now.
Okay.
Talk to me.
Your Love Island intro video, and I'm not going to banter you about how cringe it was because it wasn't actually. Too cringy.
Cringe.
No, it wasn't. But you did say a couple of things in there.
Oh,
Don't.
I've never, ever, swear to God, watched this intro video back, and I wouldn't.
I don't believe that for a second.
No, I haven't.
I know you, and that's
because I know how cringy it is, and I can't watch stuff like that.
It's not that cringy, but you say in it that you write love letters and give flowers. So basically, you screamed Mr. Romantic back in 2017.
No, I am an old-fashioned romantic.
Yeah?
I still am.
Well, what would you say is a 10 out of 10 Chris Hughes date? What would that look like?
Okay. God, this is really brutal. I think the best date I ever went on was with one of my exes. Yeah. Because it was actually fun. Kind of.
Good start.
It was kind of a bit ropey. We went cocktail making in like this. It wasn't a Harry Potter vibe, but it kind of was. It was all like fire and stuff like that and wizardry. The whole vibe was it was decent. But an ideal date for me nowadays, if I was to go on a date with somebody.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
I know it's gone outside the lines.
It's all right.
Sorry, I got distracted.
See what I mean? I can't multitask.
No, I know, neither can I.
It would be like, well, I've recently discovered that I'm absolutely petrified of heights, which we'll talk about in a moment. Yeah. But I would say like something cute, like a hot air balloon. But then I think that'd be my idea of how right now. So I don't know. I like an idea of a good date. Me would be go for a good run, get a nice sweat on.
I really thought you were going to sell me something there that I was
No,
going to be like,
go for a
I'm
run.
well up for
Go
something
for a
like
run
that.
because then you get a bit of. If the date doesn't go great, you've got a little bit of physical benefit from it. Or you can
I
go
was
to the
thinking that
gym.
with, like, you're going to do that with like food though. At least you're like eating at the same time.
I'm partial to a spa date.
Yeah. Ah, okay, that would be quite good. But there's nothing like
spa dates
really
are fun.
romantic you've done, like I don't know, like a picnic, and then it's got like your little love letters in each
Yeah,
basket.
I do that when I'm in a relationship.
Okay.
I would much rather do those things when my heart is fully fallen. So if my heart's fully fallen, then Jesus, you're getting a full treatment.
Yeah.
Like, it's all coming out. I have done things like that before, yeah, where I went to, I took an ex once to, oh my God, what was it called?
Clearly memorable.
No, it was Portofino. Do you know where Portofino is? It's in Italy, right? It's where, you know Andrea Bocelli, the Nascent Dorma hymn? Yeah.
Okay.
That's Andrea Bocelli, isn't it?
I don't know stuff like that.
Oh my God, I hope I'm right.
Yeah, I mean,
But basically, because it's such a beautiful part of the world, it cost me €30 for
Yeah.
a Coke.
That's outrageous.
For a Coke.
No, that's actually outrageous.
Like Coca-Cola. I need a scissor. I need a bit more nib off the end of this.
Mine's working perfectly. So
No, wait, no, it is working
yours.
fine. I just need a bit of thickness out
It's
of it.
actually working.
Kind of.
Good?
Oh no, I've blocked it.
Oh my God, stick a fork in it.
Stick a fork in it?
Yeah, in the thing.
What?
In the little
No, this ain't
hole.
going to work. Yeah, we're operational.
Okay. Yeah, boy in that video.
Boy in
to
that
obviously
video,
where
yeah.
you are now.
Yeah.
A lot's changed.
A lot
But
has
what would you
changed.
say was the best and worst part of coming out of the villa?
I'll go back to the day we actually walked out the villa, right?
Yeah.
We got back to Stansted Airport, and I'm not joking. I've said this is the only way I can sum this up.
Okay.
We didn't realise how much that series blew up. Like,
Yeah.
everyone was watching it, right? And it kind of felt like you were welcoming like a world. This is no joke. It sounds extreme. Like a World Cup winning football team back at the airport. Mate, we couldn't move in the airport. There were people with like banners and stuff. Like obviously like the press everywhere. Like it was mental. I've never seen anything like it. Like all family and friends. But then the whole place was heaving. Like we had to get escorted out the back like separately.
Was that good though? Was it overwhelming?
It was
Were you
overwhelming.
Like,
No.
What have I signed myself
Mate,
up for?
not what have I signed myself up for. I was like, whoa, geez, like they weren't lying. Like this show was big. When people say, oh, you don't know what's going on in like the outside world when you're in there, you genuinely don't. Like we had no idea. God,
But you
what
must
is
have kind of
happening?
known when people came into Villa and they were like, oh, this series is like blowing up. Like the bomb.
But we don't know we kind of like, we had no expectation.
I hope you don't want any pink, by the way, because I'm...
No, you
going
carry on. I'm going red and white
Okay.
for Sunderland. But yeah, we listed people when they were like, oh yeah, it's blowing up kind of vibe. But then you don't really know to what extent that actually is because, you know, we're in there. It was overwhelming.
That's the best part then of coming out, would you say?
Well,
You've got to give me one best and one worst.
I think the best part was, I think what was cool was me and Ken were commissioned our own show, like spin-off show, within 2 days of coming out the villa. So we were in like ITV studios offices. They were like, they've commissioned us a show, and we were like, gee, it just all felt surreal.
Also, that happened with Liv as well.
Yeah, it was just didn't seem normal.
Yeah.
But there was also some like really kind of like wholesome stuff. Like I remember I had an opportunity to sign a brand deal. I think one was like Boohoo and one was I think Good for Nothing, right?
Yeah.
And then Top Man came in. I ended up taking a lot less money to sign with Top Man, right? Because they wanted to work alongside Calm, campaigning against living miserably, a mental health charity, and do stuff like in association with them and do stuff like alongside each other. So I was like, oh yeah, perfect. Yeah, we did a campaign called Load of Chris. My infused tear
Yeah, I saw this.
going in a
actually
bottle
at
of
the time.
water, right? And then we were selling this bottle of water. So for like 24 hours when this was released, I was getting hammered for it. It was like on Radio 1, on like everywhere. It was like, what is this guy doing? You know, he's just come off Love Island.
And he thinks he can sell his tear. Yeah,
thinks
that's
he
what
can
I
sell a
thought.
bottle of water with his tear on. And it was genuinely my tear. Like I remember they had to take extracts of like...
No.
Like, yeah, genuine. Yeah,
Seriously?
Yeah, proper, yeah. It's got my infused tear in each
What
bottle.
watch like Marley and Me or something? Or?
No, they came around and I had to do... What did I do? They did... I can't remember what it was, but they did something to make my eyes like really stream. And it wasn't like onions, it was something
I don't
else.
feel like that's difficult because you're a bit of like an emotional guy
proper
anyway.
emotional, yeah. And I remember when I got hammered for it for like 24 hours, but they said, look, you are going to take some stick for this. But then the reveal was like, it's not ludicrous, it's ludicrous, and it's ludicrous that men bottle up their emotions.
That's one of the best things.
That's
then,
the most
actually.
wholesome stuff. Like
What about
it's so
worst?
rewarding. Worst.
I
God.
feel that's you've like given it a giggle. Why?
No, it's like shows I've done. I remember I did the show with Olivia. That was just emotionally hard because obviously we were kind of like just going through it. Do you know what? I've seen her since, and I see her at like the NTAs and stuff, and everything's...
Speak.
Yeah, it's like, obviously we had arguments and stuff back when we were together and whatever, but no, who'd have thought.
No.
But like, it's nice when you can kind of actually just appreciate each other for the fact that you've been on a journey with somebody.
Yeah,
You don't need to hate
definitely.
anybody in this world. Like, I don't hate anybody. There's a few people in life I like dislike and stuff, but I wouldn't say I hate anybody.
I think that's a good way to be fair.
And I think you're very similar to that.
Yeah, I was trying to think. I'm like trying to pluck someone out that I like hate, but I.
Go on, tell me.
Nah, genuinely, I don't think I like hate anyone. Because if I think I do, and then they'll do something where I'm like, oh no.
Oh, they're actually
alright. Yeah, you're actually alright, and I changed my mind.
And she's done well as well, like.
Yeah,
like,
she's actually smashed
from
it.
like an ex-girlfriend point of view.
Yeah,
Like
I don't know if I can say this to you, but like, I love her.
No, that's fine, and that's fine. A lot of people do say it to me. They always come to me, go, "Oh, I love it." And I say, "Yeah, it's sweet. She's done well."
Well, one thing that I can only imagine was great at the time.
Go on.
And obviously you wouldn't have really entertained it because you were with Olivia when you came out, but the amount of girls in your DMs would have been crazy. I mean, I probably was one of them, so excluding mine, I was definitely one of them. What is the weirdest DM you've ever received?
I enjoyed your DMs actually. They were quite cute.
Just because I didn't do it.
She did actually once upon a time. Once upon a time. You get like stalkery people.
Yeah.
Remember I did a calendar for the first 2 years? It was actually sick. I remember I did it with Calendar Club and they actually told me my first calendar the first year, I think in the UK, in the Calendar Club, they actually sold more of mine than Justin Bieber's. So I'm just going to put that out there. That's what they told me anyway.
That's got to be a flex.
Yeah, that is a bit of a flex. Yeah,
yeah,
it was a bit of a flex. I could do, say, a sign-in Scotland and then one in friggin' Southampton or something. Mate, the same person would keep turning up.
No.
And it was to the point where I was like, God, she's got some air miles on her. Christ. She was so normal.
They always hide it the best.
They do.
But did she message? Like, do you know which DM was hers?
Oh yeah, I did in the end. Yeah, I knew her Instagram.
Oh yeah.
I followed her for a bit, just for being nice. But then
she got the unfollow.
I'd mess me every day. No. I might still follow her. I might still follow her. I get boys message me, right? They either want to buy worn socks, right? And I think it's very 2023, isn't it? With like everything what's going on, I think people can sell anything for money these days. But people want to buy worn socks. There's a guy saying, "How much do I have to pay you to come and wee on me?"
No.
I said, no. I said, this has got to be banter.
And how much did you say?
No, Jesus Christ. I mean, I remember saying to a few mates, and they're like, well, there's tougher ways to make money. I'm going to put you into their position now. You've asked me for worn socks, right? I'll send them to you. Yeah. What do you do with those worn socks? Like, do you...
You can't wear them, because then they lose your smell.
So you sniff them?
So you'd sniff them.
Yeah. Jeez, that's so weird, though.
Yeah, that is so weird.
No, I can't use the black one, because of Newcastle.
There's absolutely no way in your time you've not sent a few DMs. Who have you messaged, and has there ever been a time where you've been like pied, or even worse, just like left?
I think everybody, right? Oh God, yeah, 100%. I don't care who they are. Everybody has been pied at one stage or been left in request. Yeah, but haven't they? There was a time, right, where I was with Kem, and we were just like messing around at his playing FIFA, and there was like a forfeit thing we did. Whereas, like, if you lost FIFA, right, you could start DM, and then you could have that person's phone for about 5 minutes, right? Yeah. And I don't even think she's got Instagram anymore, but right, Margot Robbie, right, and Lindsay Lohan, right, he's gone and DM'd her, but like it was like the cringiest stuff ever, like horrendous stuff.
No, but I feel like this is a cop out though, because he messaged them. Like, there's got to be someone you've messaged.
No, it's not a cop out. I'm just saying, but they didn't reply, so I was a bit devastated.
Yeah, that's.
It was like secondhand devastation because even though I didn't send it. I message weird people. I'm attracted to I like what certain people would call like a weirdo, right? Yeah. I quite like those people. Does that make sense?
Yeah. So which weirdos have you messaged?
I don't know. This is really hard to. You put me on the spot here. Half the time, you don't even know who's got a boyfriend in any days anymore. I swear to God, like girls would keep their boyfriends off Instagram for like their engagement purposes. Do you not think that? Do you not think that's a thing?
Loads of people do that.
Yeah, I think that's a thing.
Or they do like a big reveal.
Do you know my favourite reveal thing I can watch? Do you know my favourite thing to watch on socials? Baby reveals.
Oh, yeah,
boy or girls. No, because they're horrendous.
No, I love those.
If I ever have a baby one day, right, and I do a baby reveal, please tell me. Just politely remind me saying, Chris, like,
I'm not going to do that.
No, but just remind me.
Because I'll love it.
Oh, okay.
But no, nothing worse than someone sitting in the little message request section. Like, that is one of the biggest icks. But then they unsend the message.
Oh yeah, because they think you haven't seen it.
Yeah, and then resend it like later on, like a different version.
No, they send it in or they send it like a week later, as if you haven't seen it. I reckon I've definitely done that though. I've definitely deleted a message and sent one again.
Yeah, you would have.
100%.
And you've got to like say in your head, like, oh, they didn't see it, it's fine. Like, that's.
Yeah, I think you convince yourself. So would that give you the ick then?
Massively. The word ick actually came from your series.
But then I feel like the word ick over the last 6 months has come back round again.
Yeah, it's huge.
People have an ick for anything, even though it's not an ick. What are these?
Jelly tot.
I could say those jelly tots, that's an ick.
Okay,
that's my point. Okay, it's not an actual ick, but people just say it's an ick.
What would you say your biggest ick is?
I've girls who, from like a female point of view. Yeah, it's got to be,
well,
innit?
yeah, because you
I
like
yeah,
girls.
I
you
like
can
girls,
tell me
yeah.
if you, wow, big reveal, Chris
Yes, jeez.
comes out
Well, who knows?
whilst making.
I mean, it's a perfect way to go out, right? The biggest ick would be somebody, people who just aren't funny.
Yeah.
And they force a personality. That to me is an ick. I used to go to school with people, right? And it was just like, I remember in school, they would always be like the fittest in school, right? But they would try and be funny, or they would like crave attention. That literally makes me feel ill.
Yeah. Or
You know
if
when
someone
someone just
tries to tell a joke and it doesn't land and everyone's just sat there like, oh.
Yeah.
That's
I'm
awful.
looking at it and there'd be girl and they'd be like craving attention by doing it, and you just sit there and I'm thinking, just let me live. I don't need all this.
Do you give it a fake laugh, or do you you're just like,
yeah,
I'm not
because
giving
I'm
this the
too
time of
nice.
day?
Because I'm so
Yeah,
nice.
I feel
I'm
like
such a nice guy. I just feel like.
I don't want to think you've ever done that with me, but I think I feel like you can tell when someone does it. Where they're
What
like,
you think?
I
don't think you've ever cringed me out.
No,
Have you?
have I?
Oh, you tell me.
You
definitely, you probably have once upon a time.
I don't think I have.
And I know there's something you're thinking of. Because I'm comfortable with you and I can like freely take the piss out of you.
Yeah.
That's like a good thing.
Yeah.
If you can't take a bit of banter, like just let's not have a conversation in the first place.
There are obviously highs and lows of the media, and one
Yeah.
is that the media are quite good at fabricating
Oh,
a lot of information.
It's these, do you know my favourite, well, least favourite thing, but what I find you've kind of got to laugh at?
Go on.
Source quotes. I'd never
Do you like
ever,
look at your
to
friends
this
and go,
day.
which one of you snakes has like, released that bit of info?
No, because but to this day, how you can publish stories without concrete evidence
Yeah.
and fabrication, the way that they can do it, it is actually beyond me.
So what would you say is the most, like the weirdest or the most outrageous rumour that's come out about you that you're just like, where on earth has that come from?
Oh yeah, that would be when I came out of Love Island, and it was there was a girl who how I was linked to, I don't know, because I've never physically ever messaged this person, and then all these, you might know it, but I don't even want to say her name. But
Go on, say her name now.
It was Katie Price, right?
Oh right, yeah. Oh yeah.
Who actually, I'll be honest with you, like, I'm not going to go, oh, she's a friend, but I'd get on with her. I get on with everyone, kind of thing. But I just never ever messaged her, and obviously I was with Olivia and everything like that, and just like that was my point though. How all these stories come out without any concrete evidence? It was just crazy.
Yeah.
And I just didn't know what was going on.
Wait,
and I was
what exactly did they say about it again?
that I was messaging her. In like,
didn't she say that you were as well?
Yeah, that was that's how it started. But like before I came out of Love Island, she was on like I don't know if it was Loose Women or whatever show, basically saying like, oh yeah, Chris is going to be my next boyfriend and all this stuff. And I was like, I'm so naive. Think of me, right? I've just come off a TV show.
24-year-old boy.
Yeah, it was literally just never been. I've never, you know where I'm from. I'm from like the countryside. I don't know, like this world's a bit mad to me. And obviously then you snap back, don't you? And then you realise the more you snap and stuff, the more of a story it makes, and the more of this happens, and it just drags on. And I was just so naive to it, and it was actually a really horrible little stage within my life, to be honest. It was just something which just loomed over me, and I hadn't done anything, and I just sat there like, this is a joke.
Okay, well that was obviously a negative side of it.
Yes.
There's something positive that the media does bring, and obviously something that you've used like a lot of your time and your platform for is raising awareness about cancer.
Yeah.
And you've seen firsthand what a big impact that can have, obviously, with Ben being diagnosed with.
I still think it's a crazy story. When I talk to people and they ask me, oh, so your brother had cancer? And I say, yeah. I said, I went on this morning, a TV show, and they're like, right. And I'm like, I went on there to have a live testicular examination just because, so initially my cousin had cancer, testicular cancer. So I thought, do you know what? I'll go on there and I want to do it, and it will raise awareness because people will see that, and I've got my testicle out, and it's a bit like, whoa, why is Chris on there with his testicle out, right? But like the video initially, because obviously this morning then posted the clip on their social pages, and it got like 30 million impressions in the first day, right? Yeah. So I was just like, what, kind of like just... And I remember that night I went home back to the Cotswolds. My brother came into my room and went, 3 a.m, oh Chris, I think I've got a lump. And I said, look, he woke me up, it's 3 a.m. And you know Ben, my brother. And I went, I'll look in the morning. Like, I can't check now, it's 3 a.m. Like, nothing will change till the morning. So the next day he went to the doctors, went to the hospital. Within 24 hours, he'd been diagnosed with testicular cancer. But I think it was just crazy because the only reason he ever checked himself was because I went on that show.
Yeah. If he hadn't checked himself at that time, do you know he would have,
he says to this day, well, he says to this day he still wouldn't know. And we get really nice messages, like I still get them to, like it comes through on email to like my management company, And it's like, I remember one from this guy, they forwarded it on to me. He said his son was watching it and he went and got himself checked out, and he was then diagnosed with testicular cancer like a week later after the back of that. And his dad was like thanking us, and it was just kind of makes you realise that you can have an influence on other people just from doing something.
And it's not all just like PAs and clothing brands.
Yeah,
and
literally.
All of that.
Of course it's not. There's so much more to it, and I think that's where you can get like a lot of hate. But people always forget that you can do a lot of good in this world, and you can actually use your platform to help other people. And I need to start sticking this together.
You've stuck nothing on it.
No, I'm gonna.
So it looks really bare. Like I'm 100% winning this at the moment.
No, you're not winning.
You also recently went on Don't Look Down, Stand Up to Cancer.
Yep.
I watched a little bit of it. That bit where you're standing over like a 10,000 foot ledge, and I just couldn't stop laughing.
I know
so
people have laughed
funny.
it. People have laughed it. People
what was the whole thing like though?
I knew I was scared of heights, right? But I didn't know to what extreme.
Yeah.
And then I realised when I was out there that it was actually like generally like the worst phobia ever, and I just couldn't do it.
Yeah,
and
I sometimes
emotionally,
I
just
cried.
cried.
This on though? Like,
no, I can't. I don't think you can fake crying, right? And it was just like when I'm stood there, it was just like this whole emotion. I'm just gone. I'm just like I freeze. My whole body freezes, and I just start crying. And you know I'm emotional anyway.
Yeah.
But
that's why it was funny. But you've done so much since your time on Love Island, and you've actually really, really made like a career for yourself out of it. What would you say though is your best and worst career move since coming out of Love Island?
I never reflect on stuff I've done.
Oh well, it's perfect time for you to say now. I thought you were going to say the racing.
Yeah, racing's been good. Like I've always loved horses, right? I always loved racehorses. That's been my thing, growing up. I started riding racehorses when I was 12.
Yeah.
Started riding like ponies and stuff when I was like 8, but when you're riding a racehorse, it kind of like, you do feel like a cowboy, I'm not joking. Like you can take yourself, you could be in the worst mindset in the world, right? But you sit on a racehorse and they just take you to this other part of the world. I remember being like, when you get in the shower and you can think you're a singer, or you get in your car and you think you're a Formula 1 driver, right?
Yeah.
Like when you get on a racehorse, you think you're a cowboy. I do anyway. I like take myself to like, where would it be? Where do people ride?
Nashville, Texas?
Nashville, Texas, that'll do.
In case there are any horse racing fans that watch this, Cheltenham is obviously a big event that happens throughout the year. Who would you say this season is one to watch?
I think Shishkin will win at the Cheltenham Festival.
I think because he's been beaten and he's beatable, I just think he's such a monster, just a horse which comes back time and time again. This is the time of the year where you start seeing like the really good horses.
Yeah.
And they start kind of progressing all the way up until January. And then you're thinking, God, this thing could win at the Cheltenham Festival. This is a live contender. I mean, Constitution Hill.
Yeah,
he's remained.
That's a given, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, but it's those horses which literally make the sport. Yeah. I think I was watching say yes. I think Shishkin will win this year, and I think Constitution Hill. I think the double on that that's a good bet.
All right, okay. Yeah, basically that's all I really cared about is making sure that I've got a good bet in for.
Oh, I'll give you a good one by then.
Yeah. Okay,
but before then, I'll
come to you for some tips.
We can weigh in.
Okay, moving on to another sport that you love, and I'm glad that you do because obviously that's how I met you. Golf.
Good old golf.
Good old golf. Missed it at the BMW though this year.
Yeah, I was in Austria, wasn't I?
Filming for...
That is filming for Don't Look Down. The BMW is like, it's just a dream for amateur golfers. It's like you're walking down the fairways after playing in like the Pro-Am, and you feel like a professional for the day, and that's an amazing feeling. Until you shank it
and it goes 10 yards in front of you.
Mate, the nerves. There's nothing like it.
Who would you say, not based on skill, based on crack, because obviously you've got to spend like at least 4 hours with them. One best pro and one best amateur that you put in a group with.
Danny Willett, loved him.
Yeah?
Loved the guy, still talk to him. I think I played with him at the BMW and I remember it cracked me up because he's obviously won a green jacket. And they just couldn't spell his name right on the board. You know the board you go around? They didn't have, they spelled his surname wrong.
What did he say when he saw that?
He's just like, it's not like I won a green jacket or anything. You think they know that by now?
Best amateur or like fellow celebrity that you've played with?
Gaz is always a good crack. I remember when he nearly killed someone on the 11th hole. He snap hooked it, but he's going towards this woman in a green jacket, so she's like a steward kind of woman.
Yeah.
Mate, he must have missed her head by a foot, and this thing was going like, it was like a low zipper. My way of knowing if I'm going to have a good time with people is like, I'll probably say something completely inappropriate, and then it's their reaction. Like, I know if I can vibe with someone. David Ginola, right? So it was like the last day of Don't Look Down, and we were kind of doing that thing where we're all sat there like reminiscing on the trip, and we went round every individual basically to say like, you know, what great they were and kind of thing. And it got to me, and David Gindler did the talking, and he went, Chris, I can't talk in a French accent, and he went, the thing I love about you, he goes, you are so unprofessional, right? And everyone started laughing. I said no. I said I think he's trying to give me a compliment, and he goes, no, I am. He goes, you are so unprofessional. He goes, you just say what you think. You don't think before you speak. And he goes, and that's so heartwarming because he goes, you are just you. You don't try and be. He's like, you don't try and be someone else. Oh, what a catch!
Oh my god!
Oh my god! What a catch!
That was so close.
I would have loved that to have broke.
Well, that's not very nice.
No, because I now would have won.
An event that you recently played in, James Madison Invitational.
Oh, what a day.
Some pretty cool people there.
There were some cool people there.
You ever been starstruck by anyone?
I don't get starstruck, right? Like I could meet like Cristiano Ronaldo, I wouldn't get starstruck.
Seriously?
I don't really ask people for photos either. I like having that the physical
no,
kind of like.
There's no way you meet Cristiano Ronaldo and you're like calm as a cucumber.
Cristiano
cool
Ronaldo would calm as a cucumber.
No,
I would be because I really respect what they've done and how good they are. It's like people I have to be like I love to love either what they do or love something they're a part of. So it would be something like that.
You wouldn't get starstruck by like a Sunderland player?
No, I wouldn't. But I love the lads.
Yeah.
I just buzz off them because they play for Sunderland still.
Yeah. I love football as much as the next person.
Yeah, you do.
But I'm not exactly invested in Sunderland. But what I am invested in is the thought of you celebrating when your ex-girlfriend's husband scored against Southampton. Okay. So for anyone that doesn't know, Olivia Atwood's husband is Bradley Dack, and he recently signed for Sunderland.
He scored against Southampton when we won 5-0. It just so happened I was on the edge of a cliff in Austria when he scored, which wasn't a bad place to be.
What was the reaction when he signed?
Okay, before he signed, I knew like 48 hours in advance he was signing for Sunderland. And I kind of thought it was jokes, but I also was thinking, we don't need this, do we? I just don't need it.
The amount of banter that you're going to get for that.
Yeah, literally. And then I knew, one of the players told me to sign that day. So I knew that there was going to be like an announcement coming on social media, right? Oh my God. And I'm just flicking through Twitter and it gets to 7 o'clock, and it's 7:05, and Sunderland have tweeted at 7 o'clock, and they've announced him it's like 7 p.m. right on the dot. My intuition came into my brain, and I thought, it's got to be a good meme for this, isn't it? Because people are kind of waiting for my reaction.
Yeah.
Like that many tweets. And then I found this meme of me and Olivia. I know you haven't seen this, have you?
No, I did actually. So we just speak about this yesterday, and I was like, don't tell me the whole story, but I wanted to see the tweets.
It's me in bed with Olivia. She's obviously talking to me, and I'm holding my ears. As if I'm like not listening, like holding both ears. And it's basically my way of saying, like, I don't fucking want to hear this. Like, but it just, it absolutely popped off. To be fair, it's probably the best tweet I've ever put out.
I looked last night and it was like 7.5 million views or something like that.
Yeah, it literally popped off. They're like, imagine the boyhood club you've supported as a kid. They've just signed your ex's husband or fiance or whatever it was. And I was like, Jesus, yeah, it really is a detrimental moment in my life. But you know what? I'm a Sunderland fan, and it's the team comes first, right?
So when
fucking hell,
I'm so rapid at the catching, aren't I?
Mary Jean.
I think so many people around me had met him, obviously.
Yeah.
Through like Olivia and stuff. But no, I've never met him, but no, I'm sure he's a nice guy.
At the moment, you're
single,
yeah. Well, you're such a relationship guy. I just didn't.
Do you think that?
100%.
See, now I've been single for like 18 months. I really don't think I am a relationship guy.
So it's like happy being single.
Happy being single if anyone comes along.
It would probably take someone like quite special to come in.
You know, it really would. Like genuinely,
so
like all banter aside.
If you could describe your perfect person, and you can't say me.
Can I not? No. I'm really attracted to people who are like ambitious. I think just anyone with ambition, I think it's just attractive, isn't it? Looks wise, I quite like weird looking people.
You keep coming back to this like weird.
But I am a weirdo. I'm a weirdo myself. Like, I don't want it to look like an avatar, but like no, but just like Jesus, they don't have to be like model stunning. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't really bother me. I just want them to make me laugh every now and then. And then I'm like, whoa, she's attractive. This is really hard to get together, you know.
No, and the roof was even more difficult.
I think I should have done the roof first.
Yeah, I'm having big regrets right now. So what?
No caller ID. Do you ever answer them?
Yeah, shall we? Do you want to answer it now?
Oh, it could be fucking anyone, that. Could be Jeremy Carl. He calls me on No Caller ID.
No, he doesn't.
Yeah, wait.
Whoa. Okay, so what does would you say the next 6 years look like for you?
Next 6 years.
Building this gingerbread house would be one of them.
Fucking hell, you'll get this done in the next 6 years. We'll be happy. This is like a proper project, this. It's just such a good question.
It's not meant to be like that. Yeah, it's meant to be down.
I'm 100% winning this.
No, you're not.
No, I am. It's actually unbelievable. Still got to put my chimney on though.
Chimney?
Yeah.
What you got a chimney for?
A chimney?
Where's your chimney
a
from?
fireplace. I'm going to use these.
I've had a lot of fun today. Thank you.
I feel like I've just been like really, really concentrated on getting my house sorted.
Really
I barely
is.
even looked at you.
That's
mine.
Yours is tacky.
Yeah, it looks yummy, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does look yummy. I'm joking. It's not tacky. I do like what you've done with one part of it.
Have you seen?
Yeah, it's cool. I like it. Clever.
I think I know what you're talking about.
It's
yeah.
play on words there. Well, it's not really.
It's
play
not
on
really.
Words, but you know what I mean.
I was about to say if I spelt it wrong or something. I was thinking that when I was writing it. I was like, I don't know if this is the right spelling. Over.
Can we people judge who's favourites?
Yeah, that's exactly what they're gonna do.
I want 2 black cats. Why did you not get me 2 black cats?
Just
to sit on the porch.
How did you move your house over?
Well,
I don't think I'm going to be able to. It's going to have to.
who knows?
I'm going to have to. Oh my.
Oh, you have
chimney.
got a chimney.
Yeah. Clean my
There a
pot.
sec.
Oh my god.
Your roofs aren't even simultaneous.
Oh my god.
What's the word? Simultaneous, where it matches both.
Falling in.
What's that word where your?
What? I've sat on my leg for too
What's
long.
that word when your face is simultaneous? Mirrored.
I don't know.
What's the word we're looking for?
Symmetrical. Dumb and dumber.
Your house said even symmetrical. I feel like I've been starving the people of my talent. I do sit back and reflect and think, I really did that.
Are you ready?
Hang on, you made a pond?
It's not a pond. It's a swimming pool.
Swimming pool?
Yeah.
What the hell is this?
Oh my god. My chimney.
Can I have that? Yours looks like, what was the first house the 3 little pigs built? What was it made of? Straw or something? Yours looks like it's made of straw. That is coming down, mate.
One blow and it's off.
Yeah.
That's bad, that. You've got 10 seconds to say what yours is all about and why you should win this gingerbread house making competition.
Okay.
Go.
So the reason that my house should win the gingerbread competition is because it implements a lot of my lifestyle. The red for Sunderland, the blue for happiness and skies, because everybody loves the endorphins that the summer gives you in the blue skies. And I think there's just less is more. And obviously you can see all the chip-ins I've put out the front of the house. I feel like it's important to have nice chip-ins and nice symmetricality towards my house.
That was more than 10 seconds when you just chat so much rubbish.
That was 10 seconds.
Mine should win because I've thought about my guest and it's Casa Amor, obviously.
I like that bit.
Clever, written, Casa Amor there. It's got all the love bits, nice pink on the side. Then I've even put in a swimming pool with a lilo.
Oh, that's a lilo?
Yeah, that's a lilo. That's why you couldn't eat it. And these 2 here, that's us. We're the bombshells.
We're the bombshells?
Yeah.
Love it.
Going into Casa
That
Amor.
is quite clever, to be fair.
Thank you. And I've got a chimney.
You did well to spell Casa Amor as well.
It's decent, isn't it? I didn't know if I had an E on the end, but...
You'll have a lot of males who will just support you because they fancy you, right? But like, I would be intrigued to see, I would want to know who people genuinely vote for without knowing whose is whose.
Not biased of your own. And give mine a rating out of 10.
7.
7.
7.5.
No. 7.5.
All right, no. Honestly, I like the amount you've gone to work on it, so I'm going to give it an 8.2.
Wow. I'll take that.
Really?
Yeah.
All right, maybe change my mind.
No, you can't. You've locked
I
in
didn't want to
now.
offend you.
Yours, I'm saying from the side, 4. No, but wait, hold on.
Sorry?
4 from the side.
What are you on
then
about from the side?
From the front, because I really like the fact that you've got these little M&Ms that look like little flower pots outside
Yeah,
the windows.
they're my hangers, plant hangers.
Yeah. Really like those, so I'm
Thank
going to up it to a 6.
What?
Yeah.
Well, then yours is definitely not an 8.2.
You can't change it now. You can't change it now.
Hang on a
Locked
minute.
in.
You didn't mention, what about my chip-ins?
We'll let the comments decide who's won it, but I think they're probably going to be with me.
I'll be intrigued.
Yeah.
I'll
Thank
be
you very
intrigued.
much for joining me on the gingerbread house
No,
making.
it's a pleasure. Thank you for having me, Ellie.
House making. Yeah.
The house making. The gingerbread. What a team.